Every brand is trying to talk about different aspects of their toothpaste. Why would people even care about our product? Why would they buy from us? So let us see how do we do it strategically for this particular example that we have taken as a toothpaste brand, and you can similarly do it for your brand also, for your startup also. So the first step is asking the target audience. So what are we asking here? We have to frame the questions very cleverly. It's not just the normal questions and the normal responses that we get from the people. We are trying to understand one thing here: what are the aspects that people take into consideration while buying a toothpaste. So the question could be framed as, what two aspects are taken into consideration the most while buying a toothpaste, right? And you will get n number of aspects from n number of people, but you have to take two aspects which are repeating the most. So effectivity and price. So these are the two aspects that you've got. And the second question that I would now ask is, depending on these two aspects, how do you rate each brand? The question that I can frame here is, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much would you rate Colgate for its effectivity? People could give you 4, people could give you 5. So you just have to make an average of all of this and plot Colgate on this graph. So this is the plotting that we have done on X and Y axis regarding the effectivity and the price. As you see, the positive side of X denotes high effectivity and the negative is low, and the positive top is high price and the negative bottom is low price. Now depending on the scale that people have given to us for each brand, we could actually plot all the brands that are there in the market currently into this X and Y axis of the perceptual map basically. So this entire thing is called perceptual map. In the perceptual map, once we have put up all the brands that we have got from the study, now let us analyze what does this show. Let's consider the quadrant 2, the top left quadrant. So quadrant 2, Q2, as you see, it is a high price and a low effectivity quadrant, and the brands that we have got here is Colgate and Himalaya, right? And so if we move on to quadrant 3, we have got low effectivity and low price, and the brands that we have got here is Babool and Dabur Red. For quadrant 4, you see it is a high effectivity and low price, and the brands that we have got from our study is Himalaya, Patanjali and Pepsodent. So now coming back to quadrant 1, you see there is this quadrant which is empty with just one player playing around, that is Sensodyne, which is high price and a high effectivity quadrant. So this quadrant is empty, and it is the best place to position your brand in this quadrant because there will be a relatively low competition, and we can make sure that every communication that is going out from the brand side, it is denoting this thing, the high price and the high effectivity as well. So we cannot just make a toothpaste wherein it looks very low price segment, it looks very generic. We have to build a toothpaste and make the branding in a way that it looks high priced and it looks highly effective, right? So this is one way to position your brand ideally in the market, and to understand whether or not there is a place or there is a gap in the market which can be fulfilled by my product. If I would have had competitors in all the quadrant, I would have not went ahead with this startup idea, because because of the competition being there in all the quadrant, and there is no requirement that is left out to be fulfilled in the market. So this is the very first validation of your startup idea. This is how you can validate any startup idea that you could come up with. So this, like we did for the toothpaste, you could do it for your startup idea as well. Okay, so this is the very first level of validation, and post this, after we come to know that okay, quadrant 1 is the best quadrant for our toothpaste and it is a high price and high effectivity quadrant, what we can do is we can actually then start making the MVP, that is called the minimal viable product, and start to get sales as soon as possible from our beta version. So for a toothpaste, it might be small tubes wherein we can put in the actual toothpaste that we are going to sell, and then we can start with neighborhood, and we can start getting reviews out of this beta version from the real people, right? This is the second step of validation that you do for your startup idea. So this two-step validation process will eventually lower your risk